All right. So if you are running ads or you're sending people from social media to a website as a wellness service provider, then check this out because I'm going to critique a couple of businesses in this video and tell you what you could be doing a lot better and probably actually saving yourself a bunch of money and effort as well. And if you end up seeing your business in this video, please know that this is no hate to you, but feel free to implement any of this advice. I know it will make you more money and bring in more clients. So I'm just in the Facebook ads library right now, just browsing. But if you want me to do this for your business, drop it in the comments of this video and I'll make another one. So let's start out with Nermine's Aesthetic. So they are running a Facebook ad and let's just see what that looks like. So here's our ad and it looks like it's probably a captivating ad. And then there's a book now button. And guess where this goes? It goes to her Instagram. Oh my gosh, the cardinal sin of running an ad for your wellness business is sending it to social media. Girl, what's up? The ad itself said book now, but then you're not actually taking them to somewhere they can book now. So there's two problems with that. One is that you're not sending them to the place that you've just where they expected to go, right? Of book now. That's number one. You didn't send them to where they expected to go. Number two is that you are not capturing their contact information, which means you're going to have to pay again to Facebook land to get in front of that person. So that's the second cardinal sin of running an ad for a wellness wellness service, is not getting the contact information and not sending them where they expect to go. You get their contact information, you can go in front of them again and again and be like, hey, you ready to book now? Hey, you ready to book now? Obviously not in a salesy way if you implement the techniques that I teach. But if we come here and just look at, let's say, her links that are on Instagram. So the first one is to book an appointment. So that is good. Then we've got TikTok, we've got Canva designs, and then we have a website. So let's go and click on the appointment booking link and see where we get taken to. And now we have a whole array of different services. So again, I know that a lot of service providers just set it up this way because you don't want to do like some big fancy technical setup. But just for food for thought, think about it this way. If you are spending so much money on a Facebook ad like this and so much time on an Instagram page like this in making these videos and posting them, why wouldn't you want to put a little bit of time into actually grabbing somebody's contact information so that you can easily follow up with them later down the road. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description of this video where you could grab my system to set this in place. But basically, when somebody comes to a page like this, it could be very overwhelming. It could be confusing. Which service do I choose? Which one is the best for me? Is the pricing worth it? I don't know. I'd have nothing to really compare it to. Is it going to solve my problem, right? So these are all the different questions that might be going through someone's head. Now let's go and find another example. All right, here's our next example. Now they have a nice website and they are actually catering towards reproductive health. So that's great because you can target a more specific person to get them into your business. But when they get here, there's so many things to do. Are they, they're looking at fertility or pregnancy or new patients, or where do I go? If I'm a new patient, do I go here or should I be checking the about? Should I, you know what I mean? And same thing as the last example is you're not capturing their contact information right off the bat, which means that they could just click away. Maybe they click on about, or maybe they read one of these things and go, I don't know if it's really for me. And now you've lost them forever, and you'll have to pay Facebook Land again to get them to your website. Now, here's the next one where their website is beautiful. This is something that I talk about, where a lot of service providers spend a lot of time, money, energy on making a beautiful website. And it is. It's a really nice website. It's got some nice imagery and stuff like that. It is just that little bit better because there's like kind of this one thing to do here other than this thing at the top. But again, you're not capturing their contact information right off the bat. Well, let's see if this takes me to book something straight away and how easy that is. So as soon as I book it, and this is pretty common, I see a lot of people using the Jane app. We're coming in and seeing all these different options. And again, this can be overwhelming. So even just having something as simple as a little video being like, hey, if you're new here, when you come to this page, you're going to see these options. Click on, XYZ kind of thing. It's like people need to be guided into what to book with you. It might seem obvious to you because you created that. You are running the business, but to them, they might not know what the difference is between a 90-minute and a 30-minute. Do they know which option will be best for them? It might seem so simple to you, but it might not seem very simple to them when they get here, especially since there are other services available here as well. So that's like what the typical like beautiful website tends to look like. Now, here's one that is doing this the way that is useful for this day and age. And I can tell that she's doing well with this because unlike the other examples that you saw who had only been running their ad for a day or two, this lady has been running her ad since November of this year. So she's going on almost 1 month running this ad, which means that this is working. And it is the same system that I show service providers how to set up as well. And that is where you are solving one tiny problem and you're asking for their contact information in return. So in this case, she is solving the problem of stress, and it's only going to take them 10 minutes to get this little mini solution, which is exactly what you want to do, because you're going to solve that tiny problem to reveal a bigger problem, which is why they need your help, right? And you see here that she's collecting their contact information. You could even go more simple than this, remove the first name, remove the last name. You really only need an email address. I mean, unless you are personally typing out and sending the email to them like, hey, Jane, I wanted to talk to you about this. I saw that you had XYZ. But in most cases, that's not true. This is an automated email sequence going out to a lot of people. So it doesn't make sense to personalize it in that way because it's just going to say their name and then be generalized, right? So just write your emails as if you're talking to one person anyway, and then it doesn't matter. So that will create less resistance on this page as having just an email address. So anyway, all this to say, you can have a beautiful website for your wellness business, but if you're not guiding people in to that business, they're just going to leave. They're not going to know if you can actually help them or not. And that is why I have this system with the templates and the step-by-step how to set it up. You can get it set up in less than a day. I'll link to it down in the description of this video. And I would love to hear your comments on that. Beautiful. Whoever set this up, love it, great job. And if you end up seeing this on the replay,